In this video, I want to defend my thesis that Texas was able to fund its revolution through its connections with the United States. Now, in this field, there are at least two primary schools of thought. One of the major schools of thought is quite new, and it suggests that Texas' reliance upon slavery as an institution is what was used to fund it, that the proceeds from slavery or from cotton, that its dependence upon cotton, its reliance upon on slavery, rather, wasn't just a way of funding the revolution, but was also the primary cause of the revolution. Now, while there has been very good scholarship done in this field, and it is worthy of consideration and debate, I don't find this theory sufficient to explain either the causes, the motivation, or even the funding that was secured for the revolution. Undoubtedly, slavery was a concern of those that wanted Texas to separate from Mexico. Mexico had outlawed slavery in 1829. Even before then, Mexico had emancipated many of its slaves, yet Mexico willingly turned a blind eye towards slavery in each of the colonial laws it passed. Mexico was desperate for Texas to be colonized. Mexico was desperate for Texas to be built up, one, to defend against Comanche raids, but two, also because Mexico, just like Texas, wanted cotton to flow out of Texas ports into Mexican ports. However, what was happening is cotton and other trade goods, cotton was about 85% of the trade of Texas at the time. Cotton and all the other trade goods were actually going to New Orleans and not to Mexico. Mexico had several ports, for example, Tamaulipas or Matamoros or Veracruz, that were ready to receive those goods. But Texas, through its connections to the United States, felt a stronger responsibility to send those goods to home, to what was their home country. And when it came time to financing the revolution, it was their connections home that brought in the financing. After the victory at San Antonio in December of 1835, Stephen F. Austin was actually relieved of his command, and he was sent on a mission to go secure funding, and he did that. He started in New Orleans, he went up to Nashville, and eventually gave an impassioned speech at Louisville, which generated a lot of support, and he reported that the entire country was just in awe of Texas and their struggle for independence. And even to help the other side of this debate, there was actually abolitionist literature published in New York at the same time. I said the war in Texas was just a promotion of slavery, right? However, even that piece of literature acknowledges that Americans were obsessed with the cause of liberty in Texas. And so for Texas and its funding its revolution, the burden really is on this idea of republicanism spreading to a new area, and that independence is inevitable, that Texas separating from independence is inevitable. That was the idea, and those ideas are what led many Americans to give their money, their time, even their own lives for the cause of liberty. Thank you.